for real this time.
Every time you get me every time. Welcome to another episode of Design in Progress. Today we are going to be testing one of my games one of the like 10 some odd games that I designed in the past year. The working title for this one is Neon Nexus. We'll see where that actually ends up. The current idea is that it is a kind of like cyberpunk city builder. Anyway, joining us today, we have long time friend of the show, Zero Gamer.
Hello. I'm very long.
Very long. And short, but also long time friend of the show, Will.
That's me.
I've been friends with Will for so long. I was friends with him before he had a growth spurt, and I did. And we were
Mhm.
like, there was like a foot and a half, 2 foot difference between our heights. It was great.
We got longtime friend of the show, longtime friend of the host.
Long time friend of the host, yeah. So I'm gonna go over the rules for this real quick. This is gonna be similar to a lot of different games, maybe Dwarf Romantic. Some similarities there. That's one of the inspirations. King Domino is one of the inspirations. Um, but what we're going to be doing is building a cityscape, and we will have some of these cards in our hand that will give us specific shapes that we want to place on our board. And these shapes can be mirrored, they can be rotated, however. They just need to, you need to be able to place the card down and be like, yes, see, like this, diagonally. Um, now, the tricky part to this is we're going to be rolling dice and then drafting said dice. And those dice are basically going to form a domino that we have to place on the board. So this city center, this CC in the center, is basically a wild space as far as placement goes. So you can place anything next to that, but then from then on, you have to place your domino in such a way where one of the two sides matches an adjacent already placed tile. In real life, this will probably be a roll and write, but for ease of play on Tabletop Simulator, I made little hexagon tiles for us to just plop down. Um, so that should be hopefully somewhat self-explanatory, relatively easy to explain, complicated to do. There are some extra ways to score in addition to these cards, which I'm going to open a Google Doc, which I closed maybe, or I just put in a different place, and explain those aloud now, and our guests have them open on their own. And I'm going to go do this in the order of how prevalent the color, which is a thing, is on the dice. So red, which is residential, you just get 1 point per area of 3 or more red hexes. So you want kind of like tiny neighborhoods all based all around the board. Yellow is corporate, so you'll get 3 points if you have more yellow than any other player.
Mm-hmm.
Purple, you just want to be adjacent to at least one red, and then you get a point for that for each of those. Blue, you're looking to have one giant chunk of water, so you want basically a big lake. Green can be placed in the -1 area for no penalty, which I have to explain. And then the gray is going to be kind of like a Bitcoin miner, or we'll call it Next coin miners, basically giant towers churning out money. They're just worth a point, even if they're not part of a thing. So the constraint is we're only going to do. Oh, sorry, my kids are yelling off in the background. There's only going to be 12 rounds played, which is the exact area of this empty space on the player board. However, you might want to, or have to, in order to score these, go out into this border area. We're going to call that kind of the radioactive, unclean area in this cyberpunk city, which would make people sad. So you'd get -1 point for placing things there. But obviously, if you're going to get 5 or 6 or 9 points for scoring something, getting -2 or 3 points, not so big of a deal. So without further ado, I am going to set up a counter so we can count the
Turns.
count turns. The way that we're going to draft these dice is let me also spawn because let me also spawn a first player thing as I usually do. The first player will roll and they'll get to choose one dice. Then the next player will get to choose one dice. Then the last player will choose two, and then you'll come back. So the second player will then choose their second dice, and then the first player will have one option of a dice to choose at the very, very end. So they might get stuck with something that doesn't particularly help them and have to manage to figure out how to put that on their board. So the way we're going to do this, there's a bunch of cards that are only a single color, so easier but less points, and then a bunch that are double, so harder but more points. We're going to start with 3 of each, and you can discard any 2 of them back into their piles. So you can, if you want to, you can keep 3 doubles. That might be a solution. And then from that point forward, you will always have 4 of these kind of, we can call them recipes or whatever you want to call them, in our hand at all times. So whenever you score something, you'll put it down on the table, and then you'll draw a new card of whatever you want. It can be a double, it can be
So
a
sorry,
single.
we take 3 of each pile.
3 of each pile, and you're going to discard 2, and you can discard any 2. It can be 2 singles, it can be 2 doubles.
Okay.
So like these might be pretty easy to combo together. This and that, maybe.
Trying to remember the colors as well.
Yeah, it's red, yellow, purple. I can red, yellow, purple, blue, green, gray.
Question: Can green special powers you can place in the -1 areas, the wastes, the nuclear wastes?
Right, but
Just fine, but it doesn't do anything else, right?
it doesn't do anything else.
And you can place green anywhere.
Yes, you can place it in non, but remember that you're basically forming a domino that you're going to be placing on the board. So whenever you're going to have 2 dice, and those will have to be next to each other. And then in addition to that, one of those 2 dice, one of those 2 colors is going to need to be adjacent to itself from an already placed one, if that makes sense.
I think I'll figure it out more when we're doing it.
Okay, I think I'm going to get rid of this one.
I'm gonna keep those 2.
We're
And
discarding how many?
2 of total. I'm trying to figure out if I can combo some of these together. I'm gonna get rid of this one because it makes my brain hurt. And this was a double. Where's double?
I don't remember. Oh, I don't know which one of these is which.
And this is a double. It's okay. Just it's not particularly pertinent to us
Okay.
at this exact
Double.
moment.
I'm gonna assume this is the double.
Go. All right, so then we should have 4 in our hand.
You should. Everyone should have 4 in their hand. I'll start us off. Not that the starting off necessarily does something, but alrighty. So
Okay.
with all of this, I am gonna grab a purple dice. So 0. Are you sitting next to me, 0? Where are you?
Yeah, I'm to your left.
Okay, I just can't see. your name.
Clockwise, I'm next. Yeah. I choose blue.
You choose a blue.
I choose yellow. I choose blue.
Okay. Then 0 gets to choose again,
Oh, okay, I choose red.
and then I'll choose purple again.
Okay, we just need to not let Endgamer get any reds.
Alrighty. So then we can place. Everyone can place at the same time because there's no kind of
Okay, so
constraints on that. So you're gonna have to start next to the city center because that's wild,
okay,
and then they have to be next to each other.
okay. So
I think I can do this, and then and then I can hopefully put this. Whoa! Kind of do.
okay, I think.
You might want to set your rotate value to like 30 or 60, so you can rotate the cards in your hand to kind of
That's an interesting
fit
thought.
them. So I'm gonna kind of try and piggyback these 2 together.
Okay, I see what you're doing here. No, I think not 30. You definitely need to do 60.
Yeah, 60 is the smarter thing. Will already scoring somehow.
No, I'm not scoring. I'm putting these out there so that I can rotate things easier because you gave me all this space.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I probably should make the hands bigger or something like that. All right, and then with that, we're gonna pass the first turn token pawn first turn
Moi.
person thing over onto Zero Gamer.
Okay. So I roll the dice?
So you roll there should be 6 dice.
Yeah,
You
I
ro-
didn't
you
put mine
roll
back yet.
all 6 dice, and you get to choose first.
Uh, what's gray again?
Gray is
Next
the
coin miner.
right.
Yeah.
So they're
I'll take a red.
super rare.
Yellow.
Ooh.
Did you increase the term counter at all?
The turn counter. No, I will in a second though. I'm gonna take
Here, I got you.
both of these purples because it makes my life easy.
I get to pick now. Gray.
You do.
Ah, take the red then. Okay. I
Okay.
think that works for me.
Do this. Do this.
So
and I get to score.
I can.
Kablow.
Okay. So you can put them anywhere next to the city center?
The city center is basically wild as far as placement goes.
Okay.
So while
okay.
I was able to score this very quickly, now my placement becomes a little bit more tricky because I've only got 4 wild spaces left. I'm gonna grab a double. There's one last thing that I forgot to explain that is rather important, which is if you are unhappy with your cards, once you are the first player, so you have the highest initiative, however you want to say it, you can pass on that initiative to dump and grab new cards. So obviously you still get a turn, you still get to play things, you just don't get to choose first, if that makes sense.
So if you're it's the first turn, you can set not be the first player to dump cards from your hand and get new cards.
Right, you pass the initiative on to the next player, and then you can dump as many cards as you'd like and draw back up to 4.
Okay.
All right, so this is going to be Will's turn.
Yes.
So everyone has been doing okay as far as placement so far. I'm trying to keep track of everyone's board, make sure everyone is following the rules.
I think so, yeah.
I believe so.
I'm increasing the turn counter.
Thank you.
All right, that's my roll.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just take this turn counter and put it by you and put you in charge of it.
Thank you. I agree to this.
I think I want. Okay. I'm gonna take a blue,
Hmm.
and that's you.
Yeah, it's me. I'm just
Okay, just making sure
thinking for a
we're
second.
communicating.
Not purple. The other one. Yellow. There we go.
Now I gotta choose 2, right?
You get to choose 2.
Okay. I will choose blue.
And then.
And
Oh yeah, you
so
you still get to choose. I'm being
so
dumb
okay,
again.
so hold on. Remind me how placements goes here.
So you're gonna have 2 colors. You have to
Okay.
use those 2 colors to basically make a domino. So they're gonna have to be next to each other. And then that domino is going to either need to be next to the city center, or one of the 2 sides is going to need to be next to
The same
color
okay.
that is already placed on your board. So you could
Gotcha,
place a red
okay.
next to any of these. You could place a blue in any of these 3.
Okay. I guess I'll take a red, I think?
Mm-hmm.
Sure, why not?
I'm thinking something like shoving off into the bottom. I'm just gonna take this.
Okay.
So I am gonna do a yellow here and gray just down here. I think that's totally fine. And then it's gonna be my turn. I'm gonna take this counter. Man, we got a lot of red and blue over there.
My My villagers love the ocean.
Mm-hmm. You're how what would the what's the cyberpunk term for villager? My netizens.
No, it's like
Ne-
choom.
Nexusians.
No, you're a choom.
I know, choom. That's for Cyberpunk 2077 though. We'll come up with something. It's like I'm demoing a game at Gen Con called Pyramidio, and they have like lore to it where it's like, yes, the king Mino, and you are doing what he wants. So with their dominos, it's like really, we don't need lore, guys.
For dominoes, no. I think we're good. Oh, I forgot to put mine back. Sorry.
So yeah, Will was able to place that because it's next to the city center. You were able to place it because you're,
Blue and red, yeah.
you're doubly good on yours. Alrighty. So I want this yellow. This is very dark color. It's green. I don't know if people's contrast that is picked up green versus.
It's a kind of an off green, but it's green, yeah.
They're
I guess
supposed to be
I'll take
they're supposed to be forests, so I went for like a darker green. You know. You gonna give me the free point? Oh, finally I get to start working on my reds. I need to actually look at what my reds are. So believe this, and I almost tried to place my dice down. And this. Have you been advancing our turn counter?
I have, yeah.
Great. Okay, how the hell am I gonna work red into
I have this oriented correctly.
That's not gonna work at
I
all.
think I do.
About this. Can I get this to work? Nope. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get my reds to work. I gotta. Maybe I can flip this. Jeez, my kids are like screaming at the top of their lungs. Can I go 2 up? 1 over. Oh man, I might be able to make this one work by doing something kind of like that, but flipped. Oh, this game makes my brain hurt.
No, it's good. It's good. It's good.
I love a good game where it's super simple to explain. You're like, you're just putting dominoes down. It's super easy. And then you go to try and do it, and your brain is just like, blah.
Need this blue.
I'll take the green.
Hmm. I could just do red, make my life easy. Get me a point also, because I'll have a residential district. Back to you, Will.
Right. Okay. I'm just double checking my things. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take
This will be this one.
gray.
All right. I guess purple's mine.
Alrighty.
So I believe I have completed a shape
Let us confirm.
for 8 points.
You did it. You have a shape.
And which one did you place to score it?
This one right here.
Yeah, that is a
Okay.
that is a good point, William, that I should have made. To score something, you had to have placed at least one of the hexagons this turn. You can't just like draw a card and be like, oh, I have that shape on my board already.
Oh, yeah. No, I guess that's fair. Yeah, but no, I mean, obviously, I haven't drawn any cards. So.
Yeah.
I brought up not to question you, but because that rule I didn't think
Oh.
was discussed, and so bringing it up meant that it had to get discussed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Uh-oh.
I appreciate it.
There we go.
I'm just trying to. Man, my head hurts.
So now I get to draw from either pile, right?
Yes, you get to draw from either pile.
I'm gonna take a single for now. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Interesting. I don't know about this one. I don't know about this one.
Right, like I feel like these games are gonna be a lot of like try and make your opening hand work as well as possible, and then
And then,
maybe the one you pick up work.
and this is Will's initiative. I
Okay.
mean, remember, Will, at this point in time, you have the initiative, so you can dump cards if you so choose.
Right. But I picked all 4 of these cards at the beginning, so I'm keeping them.
Like, can I make this
I'll
work?
take a yellow.
I might actually be able to make that work. Oh, you already took your yellow. I'm gonna take a red.
Mm,
Because I need it. Actually,
Interesting.
that probably would have been smarter.
What the hell does yellow do again?
Yellow, if you have the most, you get 3 points.
Oh yeah, okay, I don't want that.
Is it the most or is it the largest chunk of everybody?
More than any other player.
More than any other player. Okay.
I think I have to take a purple and a green then.
Okay.
You know
I
what?
will
I think I can only do one or the other of these. Balls.
And just to check, you have to
Damn it.
place your 2 adjacent to each other. You can't
Yes.
place them both. Okay.
Because you are making a domino, basically.
Okay. Then
Am I picking now?
Nope.
Yeah.
I am picking.
No,
I'm just
no, no.
picking which one.
Okay.
I am.
Wait, are you picking? No, you're
No,
not.
it's
I am
me.
picking.
No, because it's
You're
your
first
initiative.
player.
You're first
Right.
player.
Oh, right.
You
It's
go
going
last.
backwards. You're right. You're right. You're right.
I just realized that I need to give up on this. I'm gonna dump these 2 during my turn because so I can actually go for this because it's way more points.
And does that pump the? Does that? That's a turn though. You sacking that, or does that not count as a turn?
It's not a turn. It's just a. I also messed up this because I was being dumb and wasn't looking at it. Mother. Fudger. So if
Yeah, that's
I could put a yellow here, then I could flip the whole thing upside down and do another yellow here. Okay, but I'm not going to be able to put a yellow there because I have to put a red there so I can put a green there. Shoot.
I placed already, by the way. So
Yeah, I know. I'm
out
just
there.
I'm figuring out.
Did you see I managed to get this green into the wilds? It was really nice.
So sexy. I'm just realizing that I was trying to go for too many things at once and bungled all but one of them.
I'm scoring this card.
Okie dokie. I am going to take the initiative, and then I'm going to pass the initiative, and I'm going to dump this into the doubles, dump this into the singles, and let me just double check. I can still make this one work. So I'm going to just draw. I think at this point, I'm just going to draw 2 singles. We're like halfway through the game, right? All right. We can.
Yeah. Well, so if you're skipping, does that still increase the turn counter though?
No, it doesn't increase
No,
the turn counter.
Okay, but so I'm 7. My turn where I do is 7.
Right. It's just you are going to be the first player now.
So
then
I
it'll
roll
be
now.
Will.
Okay.
Yes, but it does not advance the turn counter. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I need that blue.
Okay. I need. Double checking. Yeah, I need that yellow. Or do I?
And I need.
I have 2 game inspirations, by the way. I'm thinking of you might have used intentionally or unintentionally. I'll tell you later, though.
Okay. I'm just thinking. Sorry.
No, you're good. I don't think so.
So I'm last. So if I take a red, I can hopefully set this up, and that should not mess that up. I'm going to take red and purple.
Gray.
And then you get stuck with purple, Zero. So I'm going to do a red here. and then a purple
And I'll score this one as well.
here, which basically only going to be able to score this or this, but this gives me some malleability as to possibly being able to score one of those. And then
Also scoring as well.
no, I'm definitely not scoring. Sorry.
Does anyone want to double check me here for this?
You have it. Yep. As long as you placed one of these, like, five.
Yeah, I know, right? I put that blue one there. I was gonna say for
Yeah.
for as weird as this one is, it's not worth a lot of points.
Yeah, well, the thing is, red is pretty common, so almost anything that has red in it is just not worth a lot of points. There's,
Gotcha.
I think in total there's 6 faces across the 4 types of dice, and we're using six dice total. So there's like 6,
My
7,
chicken
8.
sandwich
I
is
think
here.
there's, yeah, go. I think there's 9 total faces on our 6 dice. So now it'll go to Will. So you can go ahead and roll if you like, while he gets his chicken sandwich.
Oh, I got it. Or I should say
you-
my partner went and got it. So
I
gotcha.
am rolling.
she interrupted the opening cutscene of Dark Souls 2 to go get this for me.
All right, I took mine.
I'm taking this green.
No.
Zero. It's you.
Oh, sorry. I was looking at my sandwich.
Looking longingly at your sandwich.
I will say I did forget to grab a new thingamabob, so I'm gonna do that real quick.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna go for another single, I think. Fuck. All right. No, I mean, no, hooray.
Yay!
Am I picking 2 right now? I am, right?
You are last in the initiative.
Fuck, I placed something wrong. God damn it.
Yeah, it's real easy to play something wrong.
Hold on. Wait, can I still do this?
So I think
Oh
I'm
my
gonna have
God,
to do
I
that, which means I'm
can?
gonna have to.
What?
I don't think I'm gonna be able to score this, but that's fine.
I think. Wait, hold on. I gotta check because I might be about to double score.
What? Get out of here with double score. I think my hand got gunked up by too many single reds, and I should have just dumped all of them. I was like, I can totally score this. It'll be fine.
You guys both get a red because I took the 2 non-red options. Okay, so check this out. I want to make sure I'm doing this right. So I'm placing.
All right,
Okay, hold on. So I have to place this purple first. Yes, it is in the -1 territory. That's fine. And then followed up by my blue here.
Backtrack your
which
blue.
Should do this one and this one.
Okay, so that blue needs to be 1.
You were definitely
No, I
not
think it
doing
has
this
to-
blue.
It needs to be this one and this one that have to be blue.
Yeah.
Is it? No, it's 2 apart.
Or 2 apart, yeah, okay.
Yeah, but
That's what confused
the angle is wrong. Is
No,
it?
it's right.
Oh no, that
It's
was those
blue,
two.
blank, blank, blue, blue.
Yeah, you're
And
good.
then this one is that, and the 2. Yep, that's good.
You're double scoring.
That's
That's probably gonna be the game, but we'll see. So I'm placing my red down here, and then I get to place a green here, and then I get to score this 9-pointer. If people want to verify, it looks like that, and it's deciding to.
Because you placed one of these. Oops,
Yep,
one
I
of
placed
these ones
the
or
green
something.
one. Jeez, my there we go. Is it my initiative again?
Yes.
So the question is, do I want to skip initiative and able to dump these single reds?
I will say, you skipping initiative has been brutal to me.
Good. Good.
Like, I've realized that skipping initiative, yes, is nice for your cards, but it can also knock a person from getting a double pick, which is
exactly.
very
And
difficult.
the thing is, you lose the initiative, but you go into getting a double pick. So it can be advantageous.
It's a good trade-off.
It's a trade-off. Ooh, this is that's not gonna get. There's no way I score this, so I'm gonna dump. I am passing initiative. I'm gonna dump this into the singles. Single, keep that. I'm gonna dump this into the doubles. Shuffle them up, and I'm gonna grab just 2 singles.
Can I also pass initiative?
No, because we're doing this round. It should have been my initiative I passed to you.
Right.
He's
but
saying then can he pass afterwards?
Yeah, I guess. I haven't thought of that, actually.
What? My hand's full of junk too.
Doesn't say you can't.
Yeah, sure.
Airbud rules.
We can just keep passing that initiative around, and then once the initiative stops passing, then we play.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'd try to say the rule would have to be if everyone passes initiative, the first person is stuck with it.
That is totally fair.
You could also go with an edge case scenario of if everyone passes, the game ends.
Nah, that's too kooky crazy. Oh no! I drew a card that I already have on my board.
You hate to see it. Okay, I'm getting rid of this.
That makes me so sad. I literally
Is this
can't
a
do that.
single? Is this a single? I don't know what the difference
Yeah,
is.
that's a single. See, it's only yellow. There are not.
I understand now.
There are not 2 colors. I felt like this was very easy. Also, I redrew one of the things that I dumped. Gosh dang it! I can't.
Okay.
I can't
I'm
do
also gonna pass initiative. Drop a double.
Actually, I can
Drop
do
a
you.
double. Rotate,
Right?
rotate, and draw 2 singles.
I totally can do this. This one is going to be a pain in the tuchus. I could do it like that if I manage to get that. Okay, so I'm back to having the first initiative.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. Let me just think through what I actually want. Sorry, I have a bunch of new cards. That one is garbage. I would like that, but it's not available. I would like that, and it is available. And I would like that, but it's not available. So I can just do red. Yes, please. Go ahead, Zero.
What? Oh, sorry.
The game, Zero.
The game. I was doing a thing. Sorry. Let me grab. I got decisions to make. Give me a second here.
Yeah, decisions. They're hard to make. I feel like I should have been more.
Hey, is
more,
there any element of discussion in this game?
You can discuss, sure.
Okay. Will, I guess? Yeah,
Mhm.
Will? Yeah.
Yes.
Do you, like, I'm going to be honest with you. Do you have any plans on taking a red?
Do I have any plans on taking a red?
Yes.
It's not my highest priority color.
Okay.
Oh, I literally was like, I can do this red, and can't.
A yellow. I will take a green.
Okay.
Can I? Mother fudging piece of monkey.
I claim another successful deployment. Wait, no, fuck, no, I don't. Hold on. Ignore me. I was looking at it badly.
I do claim this one though.
Oh, damn it, I did that wrong.
I'm just trying to flip something.
I'm giving you your red so I'm not distracted by it.
Okay, I'm
Or
trying.
Oh my god.
Did I get forced to have a red? Okay, I'm just trying to flip something and rotate it in my head all at the same time, and it might be making my brain melt.
I can't believe how badly I beefed this.
There's got to be a way with all of the reds that I have in order to score this. There just has to be. I'm so close to it.
I can't believe I messed this
Is
up.
this the 10th round or still the 9th round?
This was still the 9th round because we
Right, because we're still on it. Yeah, gotcha.
So it's this up here. if I can get it to be red, will score this for me because I have that.
So hey, real quick, this is important to me.
It's just
Community center or city center, whatever you want to call it.
yeah. You can't.
Is it wild?
No, it's
Is it wild?
No. Well, I know what you're about to ask. It's wild for
Yes,
placement.
it doesn't count for anything.
Yeah, it's wild for placement only. It is not scoreable.
It's not a water lake.
Yes. Okay, so this is gonna be.
God damn
This is
it.
gonna be controversial. I think. I think I do this. And then pass.
No, wait, I know what I'm doing. Okay, hold on. I know what I'm doing. Okay.
Hope that I can just get a bunch of that color to score both of those in the next
I score this card.
3 more turns. Jeez.
Because it's just 3 next to each other.
Well, I mean, it is. Blues are quite rare. It is hard to get blues. Like, you might notice, I have 0 blues on my board.
I've scored 3 of my 4 opening hand cards. That's fun.
That's great. Yeah, I mean, the scoring might need to be adjusted a little bit, but right now we're just proof of concept.
Oh, sorry. Let me give back my dice. My bad.
You're giving yourself back your dice because you have the initiative.
I'm
Also,
gonna roll, but then I gotta draw a card.
I was
Yes,
gonna say,
yes, I
you
know.
do have to draw a card.
Let's go for double. Why not? Let's play it risky. God damn it! Don't shuffle. Flip.
You only have what? 3 more turns
It's
left?
impossible.
Did
for me
you
to
did
do
you
that.
advance the turn
Oh,
counter?
yep. Sorry. There we go.
So
there we go.
This, yeah, 3 more turns. Turn 10, turn 11, turn 12.
Is there any way for me to do
Let
this?
me just count and make sure that that is actually accurate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Yeah, 3
I
more turns.
can.
That's how math works.
If I do it right, I can.
Oh my gosh. I'm severely disappointed in the colors that are on the board. Very, very sad.
Sorry, I'm thinking.
You are taking. And you should be sorry. I wish my web camera was better. Every once in a while, it's like my green screen's totally fine, and then if I like lean the wrong way, the back turns into a green snow. It's horrible. Or my shirt turns into green snow. I think I just need a bigger light on my face. Need to get a ring light, you know.
I'm gonna take this red.
Take the green.
I am never going to financially recover from this. Just never. Because every single thing here does not help me. So the only way I can place is if I take this yellow, because I literally don't have blue on my board, and my city center is... So if for some reason these were all blue, I literally would not be able to play this turn. Interesting. Take both of these.
I think I'll take blue.
I also take one of the very rare blues.
Will.
Mhm.
Nothing.
I'll score this.
God dang it. And then it's going to be Will's initiative.
I'm gonna score again as well.
Wow. Everyone else is doing way better than me.
Gangbusters.
Way better than me. This makes me feel sad because I designed this game and I'm getting my butt kicked.
I was gonna say, how does it feel to know you suck?
As long as everyone else is having fun, I do not care.
I'm having fun because I'm winning.
Great. I'm glad. And then this is... Will is 11, and then I'm 12.
It does suck when you draw a card that you can score, but you have to fight something
was
to do
really sad. I literally drew one that was like a double. So it was purple.
Oh, good. I think I can get it with this though.
Great. It was purple and red and like 5 or 6 points. I was just like, nope, can't score that. So it's 5 points. Well, fudge. And I wonder if I can machinate this into a way where I can score it, but I'm taking a red. Sorry. Like, can I look at it this way, and then I'd have to, no. Gonna look at that way. Nope.
Zero, you got to take your 2. Oh, you're still thinking. Never mind.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're good. I know. I'm trying to
Blue and that as a red.
figure out how I'm gonna do this.
That's the way that's already on my board.
Now, here's my question. If I get a 5-pointer and that means I have a run, do I get bonus points?
No, fuck you.
Aw.
I
Okay,
almost
wait,
have
we
another
can
scoring
flip this.
card. Not quite though. It would.
And
That'd
then
be funny though, wouldn't it? If I did have another scoring thing.
No,
Mhm.
no, it wouldn't. It would be very, very sad. No,
I'll take a
don't
red,
kill
and I'll
anyone.
take a green.
My embarrassingness card.
Okay, well, I know I have to take a blue, so. And you're locked into a blue.
I'm locked into a blue. Okay, that's totally fine because I got what I needed in order to.
Hey, guess what? I get to score the one I drew that I already had, but now I added something new to get it.
Score this. So
I also score.
you can check this if you'd like, but it's this.
I
and
trust
this.
you.
But
I
it's
also
only
trust you.
only
Oh.
3 points. Jeez, this.
I
Go away, weird hand.
Hey, is black squares? Is that the gray towers
Black squares.
or black hexagons? What? Here, I'm just gonna show you.
Yeah, black is gray. Yeah.
Okay. I'm showing it to you because it's literally impossible for me to score this anyways. So.
Right. Very hard to score. Yeah, I might need to do some rejiggering of point
Oh,
values.
this is yours.
And it is my initiative. This will be the last.
Yep, last turn too.
Last turn.
I almost have that.
That's the thing is like it for some people they'll just like that would be impossible for me also, but Will because he's been dabbling in black and yellow this whole or gray and yellow whatever you call it this whole
Black
game
and yellow, black and yellow.
would just be like yeah I can very easily do that. I am wondering if like when you draw do you draw 2 and discard 1 or something like that to mitigate some of the bad luck because I had some
I like how it's rolling so far.
pretty bad luck. Is everyone ready for our
Ready?
final? Come on, that color. Thank you.
I will pay you $20. No, I'm kidding.
Real life money in order for you to let me win this game.
Right. I don't think it's possible.
I can
Yep, none of the colors I need here to score any more objective cards, so I'll just take this guy.
Nice one.
But that blue is going to get you such a big lake. If you took 2 blue, whoa, you'd get so many points from that.
Yeah, he's gonna get some
Because I wanted both those grays.
blue points.
Okay. Let me see if I can
all
make
of my
this.
animals are visiting me. I got my cat coming up, my dog coming up. They're like, wait, who are you talking to?
Can I score this?
Urgh.
Those need to be like that, and that needs to be 1, 2, 3.
What do you want, doggy? What do you want? Do you need to go out? Go ask mama.
That.
Go ask mama.
I could have gotten, so I'm gonna let you know, if there had been a green in that pool that I was able to pick, I would have gotten 9 points.
Oh my god.
If you had given me that gray, I would have gotten 8.
That is bonkers.
Yeah. Oh, here's that card. Here, see?
Yeah. That one might be a little too easy. I don't know. Or I was trying to do like a thing with the number of stuff that was on it versus how rare they were, and then the points, and it might be that should maybe need 3 green,
Well,
2
so
red, and then be 9 points.
so
That would
this card in
make
particular,
more
though,
sense.
it's funny because compared to the other card I have,
Mhm.
this one has 3 on it, but is worth less points.
Right, because it's only 3 as opposed to 4 hexes. So it's technically easier to assemble that shape.
I took my 2. I took both blues.
Yep. Like I
And I'm
said,
going to see if
the
I can
points
score
might
this.
need to be a
Oh,
little bit.
right. Sorry, I'll take the
rejiggered.
gray.
Wow, you're such a dick.
I'm playing to win. I just put 2 grays here.
Loop. I get to score 1 last card. Ciao.
Okay. So we need to add up, right?
So yeah, we'll need to add up and then add up our boni. So we could all copy this counter
Well,
if you'd like to.
yeah, I can do that.
I got mine copied.
Oh, we can't do it.
What do you mean?
You
Oh.
because we're not. Yeah, you have to do it for us.
You're not people. Only I'm a person. You can just use this one, 0.
All right.
All right, so I got 3 plus 5 is oftentimes. Nope. 8 plus 9 is oftentimes 17. Plus 5 is oftentimes 22. All right, so extra points. I get 1 for that, so that's 23. I don't have the biggest yellow. Freaking Will over there with his majority.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find a way if I can get this to work.
I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for that, so that brings me up to 28.
Purple's only worth points next to at least 3 red.
At least 1 red, and then 3 red makes a city. So I get.
Oh, at least 1 red. Oh, okay.
Right. So I got 1 for my at least 1 red, or my that, and then 1 for my lake. And I think that's everything. Let me just check the Google Doc. I got this. I did not get this. I did this.
And I subtracted my points for going outside the city limits.
Yep, I have to do that also. I have to just subtract 1 point because this is my only one that's outside the city limits. So I go back down 1.
I think that's just that. Okay, so I'll do my points here on this. So it's 10.
Oh, that's just
plus...
embarrassing for me.
Okay. That's 10, that's 18, that's 25, that's 29. So we'll just go to 29 real quick on that.
Jeez.
Just
his cards, Will got as much as my entire score.
Okay, and then for I get 3 for yellows, right?
Is this one mine? Is this?
No,
that's
what I was trying to score but couldn't.
Oh, okay.
And then I get 3 for most yellows, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I get blue
5 points for
so
your
30.
Oh, you had a bigger lake than me. Look at that.
And then was it red? That's area of red. No. What's the one about?
Your purples need to have it be next to at least 1 red.
And I got 1 right there.
Right.
So just
get
1.
1 point for that. Yeah.
I just got 1. Yeah. And then I think that. Oh, and then my hexes 1, 2, 3 on that.
3 points. Yep.
And then my only -1 is
a
grass.
forest.
Doesn't count.
Ain't no big bang.
So I would have tied if I was able to score that, but I just couldn't get these 2 blue hexes to touch each other.
Tragic.
Nice. I got a whopping 29.
I needed that gray so bad.
I needed so much purple, and this is the one that I drew that I have on my board.
I started with a lot of blue reds, so that's why I had blue and red all at the beginning.
You just dumped into blue red.
Yeah.
Nice. Well,
and then I accidentally made these purples worth a lot by also. That's the thing actually. The purples are actually surprisingly, because they're basically, I don't know, they're like basically as good as the grays as long as you got 1 red nearby. So.
In endgame scoring, yeah. And they're kind of like right in the middle of the road as far as how prominent they are on the dice. So, well,
yes, was
well played.
Gray?
I got a whopping only 29 points.
I mean, you weren't 20 points behind me.
Right. You
can think of it that way.
Just barely not 20 points behind you. Oh man. Redrawing. I had so many single reds in my hand. I'm wondering if for these single reds, do I make it 5 like hexes, and then just make it actually worth more than only 3? Because going through all of the work to get this to work and then only getting 3 points is it's so painful. You're just like, cool, I got 3.
I will say a sort of double-edged sword as well with the reds is they're not like in scoring wise, they're also not worth anything.
Well, I
At
mean,
best,
they-
at best, they're worth a third of a point each.
right. And that's if you can kind of separate them out.
Right. They decrease in value the more there are.
Yeah, because you need to have them next to each other in order to place them. So you're actually incentivized to chunk them next to each other. Like I needed to use my chunk of red to stretch up here to score this.
Yeah, but like whatever
which then
this is.
got me -1 point and then +3 points. So it's like, oh great, I did all of this work to get 2 points.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So there, I'm not sure what needs rejiggering there. I don't know if it's the single. These will just need to be worth more points, or just change that that end game scoring condition to be something
Cities should
different.
definitely be worth. I think if a city were worth 2, it would be strong enough, but not overwhelmingly strong.
A city. Oh, like a
Like
chunk
collection of towns.
Oh,
yeah,
a chunk
of
of,
towns.
for each chunk of 3 is worth 2 points. Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah.
That would give you a little bit of a boost. And then if you do manage to be like, oh well, look, I made 3 different chunks. You'd be like, whoa, cool, you made 3 different chunks. That's awesome.
I don't know. See, I'm a little reticent to agree with even that. Because
Reticent.
again, reticent. Because like just from a balance perspective, like unless it's literally a chunk of 3 is worth 3 points, they're just worse than every other tile.
Well, they should be. They're the most common thing. They're not supposed to be good. You know, it's
Right,
a consolation prize basically.
But the problem is they're the only one that's worth less. Every other tile, aside from green, which is like a weird edge case, but every other tile is basically worth 1 point. So it's either you're worth 1 point or you're red.
I mean, blues are worth 1 point and blacks are worth 1 point, but yellow is worth only 3 points if you have the most of them. So
Yeah,
that's
kind
another
of
weird one because like Will had 6, so they were each only worth half a point, or 7, so they're less than half a point each.
I mean, I'd almost boost the value on the yellows as well, personally, but
Yeah, give me 9 points more, and then I'll be at 50.
Yeah, I mean,
honestly, I'd say make it worth 5 because if you have everyone racing for it,
I mean 3 is also, as far as the end game scoring, a pretty good chunk because it is a 3 that only you are getting. Like everyone else is getting some points for this and some points for that, but everybody is trying to get that. So that
yeah.
I guess
3 points
here's
when
my
that is
here's my
concerned is
question
actually a lot.
for you in making the rules is
Yes.
the end scoring.
Mhm.
Do you want the end scoring to be worth less than a card, equal to a card, or more than a card?
Which endgame scoring? Because there's 6 different ways, or 5 different endgame scoring. So each of them.
And you have a wide variety of card scoring. So if you want a color to be worth less than or only equal to the lowest card, that helps you guide how many points you want it to be worth.
Right.
If you want it to be worth, a medium-sized card, if you want, say, the yellow to be worth a medium-sized card,
Right,
it's got to be worth 5 or 6 points.
Right, and that's I think I want the majority of your scoring to come from your cards, and that the end game scoring is more like, oh crap, I've been stuck with a dice pool that doesn't help me with my cards. Instead of just placing them in a random spot, okay, what can I do with these to get some points? Like, okay, like I was forced to take a blue. Okay, if I just start chunking all my blues together, I can get 3 or 4 points at the end of the game.
Okay,
I was
so
forced
here's
to take a red. Okay, I can shove it off to the corner and make some more reds or something like that. Yeah. Those are all of the things you scored. All of the absurd amount of things that you puzzled together.
like 4 of these cards are the ones I had in my hand at the end that I didn't score.
Okay.
But I was placing them out so we could look at the scoring.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
so what Will's saying, like, what do you think each card's worth, basically? Like, So I'm looking at these. They're all more or less worth than the sum of their parts, except for this exclusively red cards, which are all the worst cards you can draw.
Right.
Like, by a significant margin. Even this card right here, this 4 purples card, is worth at least 5 points.
Right, but a yellow yellow single is 4 points. So it's linear right now, and it might need to be more flat.
And here's the crazy thing. So these 2 double cards I have here, these 2 double reds, look at these. This one's worth 9, the Italian card's worth 9, and then the American card's worth 8. So these ones, which are, it's 2 reds on them, which is pretty easy to get.
Mhm.
Like these are worth a lot. Like these are worth a lot for
In fact,
some reason.
you can score both of those cards together. Those
Right.
because the blue can fill in
They
here.
are non
and they can actually go together.
Right, and it
Not that
could
that changes
be
it that much, but I'm just saying, like, funny thing, those 2 cards can add up to each other.
Right. I mean, it could be something as simple as like the red and the yellow are worth 4, and then the single purple and the single blue both be worth 5, and then the green and the black are both worth 6. So
I'm
like
still trying
the
to figure
entire
out-
single goes
That's
down a little bit.
Question
or something
I
like
have
that.
for you:
Mhm.
if you made, so I get that you made, red is worth less than yellow because there are more reds than yellows. There are an equal number of blues and purples. Why are they worth different numbers?
There are an equal number of them, but there are less scoring cards for green than purple.
Do you mean blue than purple?
Or for there's yes.
There are
there-
fewer blue scoring cards.
There are fewer. Yes, there we go.
Counting all the doubles and the singles, there are more purple card.
Right, it's
Than
easier
blue
to
card.
pull a card that has purple on it.
Gotcha.
So even
Okay.
though it has the same probability of coming up as blue, it's easier to score.
You're less likely to have a card for it.
Right. But in what I was saying, where it's like, okay, these are both worth 4, then these are both worth 5, then they'd be worth the same for the singles. And then I could also do that with the doubles, because right now it's kind of a... the other thing that I was considering is right now I just did like kind of a simple linear scoring, is putting a point value on any one color hex. Be like, okay, a 4 points wise, like for calculating the points on a card, like a red is worth 1 point, and a yellow is worth like 1.2 points, and a blue is worth 1.3 points, and then I'm just adding up all of the hexes on it, and then rounding up or rounding down, whatever I end up going with. In which case, then there's like a mathematical formula for how much a card is worth.
Okay, I just had a crazy idea.
I don't know if that makes sense. And it was going to be a lot of work, and I was like, let me just test and see if the game is fun, and then we can figure out scoring later.
I've got a crazy scoring idea for you though. I know you like my crazy ideas.
I love hearing your crazy ideas because most of the time I don't take them. No, I'm just kidding. But they are oftentimes the Watsonian impetus that I need to my Sherlockian brain.
Would you like to hear my current crazy hypothesis?
Yes.
Okay.
Also, I want
Here-
to be clear to the viewers that I don't think that my brain is as good as Sherlock Holmes. I'm being facetious.
I mean, that was the implication.
That was the implication, but I was
I want the
being
viewers
facetious.
to know. Endgamer said he's as smart and as addicted to cocaine as Sherlock Holmes.
And violin?
And said that Zero is just as good of a surgeon as Watson.
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean, I'll take that one.
That is true.
Watson's a good character. He's smart.
That's true.
Okay, hear me out. This is crazy.
I'm hearing you
Go
out.
with me for a second here.
Go with the theme song.
For the end game scoring,
Mm-hmm.
reds aren't worth anything.
Worth
But-
nothing.
Yes, but make the quest cards for them more complex, but worth significantly more points.
Mm.
So you can only score on them using your quests.
Could be where it's like you need this like field of red. Be like, here's this crazy thing that has 6 hexes on it, and it's worth 8 points.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, it's a possibility. I think I want
Just a crazy idea.
No, it's definitely something to kind of put in the to continue our analogy to put in the mind palace.
But then would you remove the purple rule as well?
No, I would keep the purple rule because then like the red and the purple go together for the end game scoring. Basically, I don't know.
Honestly, I'm fine with how the purple works.
So
Yeah,
like a red and purple game would be very powerful.
right, right. I mean, I think I would want to try. Sorry, and I know this is a silly way to say it. I think I would want to try a quote unquote more simplistic way of doing it, which is to like kind of keep it as close to this as possible for now, and try it another 2 or 3 times and be like, okay, did that work? And then if that doesn't work, go into something more outlandish.
I mean, I will say, like, overall, the game's actually very good. I think.
Mhm.
Yay!
Ooh, 10-point card. Look
Yeah.
at that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was looking for another 9-point card. Oh,
There
there we
is
go.
somewhere
It's
in
another.
here.
It's another red and green one.
Yeah, somewhere in
Really
here.
love
There's
it. It's Italy, don't you?
somewhere in here. There's
This is very, very
11?
not a Christian game. Christmas does not, but Christmas.
I think there's one 11-point card. Is there, or is it just the 10? I can't remember. I
I think it's just the 10.
honestly, I assigned these victory points, like while I was watching my kids and like doing 2 at a time and trying to do math on what made sense and what didn't make sense. So it was basically all like a fever dream of what made sense and what did not make sense. But
Child, pick a number between 1 and 10.
Right.
Okay.
Right, and I was also basically more or less. I mean, I did some adjustments on how these were, but for just playability purposes, rolling a dice and then assigning them to the number on these grids to come up with the cards. So they're just like, yes, a this, a this, and a this, and I was just like going back through all of the ones that I'd made already, making sure I wasn't making a copy of like this is a red and this is a yellow and they're exactly the same. You know, it's like it's making sure that they were slightly different all over the place, but.
Yeah, I mean, I like it. It's good.
Great. Yeah, I mean, and there's definitely some brain bendiness going on there. So,
No more than like a standard Tetris style game.
right, a good Tetris style game. Um, I thought the dice rolling and drafting worked actually really well. I was chuffed with how that worked.
That was a lot of fun.
It was good to be like, oh shit. So my only other thing that I was thinking of that would make things a little easier was so I have all of these labeled where's a D? I need a D dice. Here.
Probably over here.
You got it. Nope, this is a B dice. This D dice has just one of each. And I was wondering if it would make sense for there to be an additional one of these so that the number of dice you were using was 2x plus 1, basically. So that the player who was in last would always have a choice between 2 things. But I don't know if that's too complicated.
I don't think it's too complicated, but I think at least how I felt like as it works right now.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't know. It takes away a little bit of agency for whoever was going last
Mhm.
for the purpose of choosing. But I think it worked out because everyone mostly gets a turn at choosing double dice and stuff like that.
Right, and also the person who's getting quote unquote stuck with the dice got to pick first. So they got
Right.
their best thing where they're like, yes, I definitely need a purple, and then they're like, and then I also got stuck with a red. Okay, that's fair.
And immediately had the decision that if they didn't want to take the risk of the dice that they rolled, they could say,
Right.
well, no, because you have to decide before you roll.
It's before
Right.
you roll, yeah. You have to pass initiative then. But if you were like in a weird position where like, okay, I really need 2 that match or something like that, you might say, okay, let me risk getting a double that I
Right.
really like, because that midpoint is actually fairly strong. Where you're getting, or end point, that is, however you want to think of it, going back and forth.
Mhm.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna try and rejigger all of the point values for all of these cards by assigning actual values to each color and and see how that goes. And I think it will end up having just a lower curve overall, with then slightly, less giant spikes. Like, because then this one, if red is worth 1, and let's say I scale it so red is worth 1 and black is worth 2, and everything else kind of falls in between those, then this just ends up being 4, 5, 6, instead of 10.
If you're doing that, then I wouldn't adjust the numbers on the additional scoring things yet.
Right. I'm gonna just work on the cards first. Like I said, I want the cards to be your main source of point
Mhm.
getting. So my last question was, did we think that length of the game was good with it being 12 rounds and you having this negative area? Because I had started at just a 5x5 grid. It was too constrained, so I was like, I'll do a 7x7 grid. And then I thought that doing a whole 7x7 grid literally doubles the time of the game, because it's another 24 spots. And I thought that that might be too long, so I came up with this idea of there being like the radiated zone. So you can go in there and utilize that space, but you can't. But you're just doing this junk.
I think it worked out perfectly. Like the game length felt good. Like we didn't this was like a first time run through for two of us, and we still got it done in
Right, it was like
about an hour.
Right, and the actual like game time was like maybe 35-45 minutes. We've been doing a lot of talking, so
Yeah, it's a pretty quick game. So
right, in the grand scheme of things, that was my hope, was keep it snappy. It's real brain bendy, but not so brain bendy that someone is sitting there for 10 minutes trying to figure out their turn. It's like, okay, you either have it or you don't.
Actually, I will say I think the extra space minus points worked particularly well in this setup, because you can see for you, for example, you only went into it once.
Yep.
But were able to score a few cards. I was able to go into it once using a green and was able to score a lot of cards. And then Zero went into it several times, but by doing that was able to score significantly more cards. And it paid off by taking that risk. And so it kind of like balanced and worked out all the different ways it could work for a player.
Yeah.
Plus, it gives a good spot to actually utilize those greens.
And be like, ooh, I can really sneak something by on everybody using these greens.
Yeah, I think.
No, you go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, just because of how greens work, where it's they're good for putting into the wilds here, the nuclear zone, and their general level of scoring on cards.
It's pretty high.
I feel like that's like, yeah, but I think it's like the right amount, because they're not worth points. They're just worth you being able to help expand into that area. So it just, I don't know, in my brain, I'm like, this is like exactly right for green. Like green feels perfectly balanced.
Felt good. Right. And
I will say
and
that
green
this
is towards
card,
the
though,
end. Green is the second to last, I think. Right?
Yes, it is. Yeah,
Right,
because gray
right.
is only the one with less. This one is a pretty excellent card to draw for a green person, because you can fill up so many side spaces with it.
Right, you can just be like, I'm going to throw this in the corner. Just bloop, bloop, bloop.
Just kind of stretch to a corner and put it there. Yeah.
This
Right,
one's
but you
probably
have to
green.
get to the corner and then be able to actually place it, which, I mean, green is fairly rare on the things. The last thing, which is this is like way thinking down the line of if everybody liked the -1s, and then if we keep playing with it, and then people keep pushing into the -1 territory, doing some sort of thing where like the center spot is like -3 and then -2, -2.
Nah, that
-1,
feels
or
too
something like
complicated.
that. Some sort of more radiated versus less radiated zones. But yeah, I don't know. If you
were going to push it further, it'd be another circle and of -2s, but that's still too much in my opinion.
I do like that if I need to, because there was a point in time where I was like, okay, I can't remember what I was trying to score, but I was like, okay, if I can do red here, and then another red here, and then a red here, and then I needed like a red out here, and I was like, oh yeah, that's not gonna work.
I didn't.
But yeah, I don't think that's
With
would
your
be
plan
worth it, yeah.
to change the point values of these cards in a downward direction, -1 is going to hurt more, and a -2 would be very, very painful.
Right.
Almost not worth it most of the time.
Right. So
Because to get to the -2, you would have to go through -1, so it's
through a -1.
actually worth
minus
even more -1s.
even more minusness. Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna expand to a -2 zone Halo thing. So. All right. Well, that was actually a very informative, good test. I'm hoping we'll come back to this probably in a little bit. The hope is to kind of parallel design 2 or 3 things over the next couple months, and then go on to the next couple 2 or 3 after that. Since I have about 10 designs rolling around in my head right now, but this seems ironically, this is one of the newer designs that I have, and it was the one that kind of I think is going to be more easy to push out and A lot of my other ones are more complicated. I literally did like a game jam where they had a bunch of ideas, and I was like, "What if you had to roll dice to make a domino?" And everyone was like, "No, that's a stupid idea." And I was like, "Okay, cool." And then I like,
Be right back. My doorbell just rang.
oh yeah, and I like opened up my notebook and I was like, "Roll dice to make a domino."
You all are wrong.
I was like,
I'm gonna try it.
I was like, "That's a genius idea."
I went to just check my Twitch notifications on my phone. I'm like, oh, I wonder who's streaming it. Was
It's
this
you are
me getting a
streaming.
notification of this? Yeah. Yep.
Alrighty, I am going to. Hi, Faithless Lunatic. You got here just in time for us to stop. um, Thank you for everyone who's watching. Thank you for our guests. I know Zero Gamer is watching whatever the heck is at his doorbell. But thank you, Will, for coming and playing. And
Oh, you betcha.
we will see everybody next time. Ta-ta.